I watched a movie recently, chat. Are you proud of me? I watched a movie. I watched a movie. And it was a pretty fun movie. All right, it was a pretty fun movie. I didn't have too many complaints. I feel like they didn't wrap up some of the storylines in the movie well enough. Let me bring out the trailer so you can get up to speed with me. I just typed in the word trailer instead of the movie name. Jesus Christ. All right, it's called Talk to Me, and it's a horror movie. You guys know I love shitty horror movies. This was actually fun. I was gripped. I was on the edge of my seat. I got jump scared. I got spooked. I hated the main character. I was like, I can't wait until this bitch whore fucking eats shit and dies. I was so fucking ready. This is the main character on the screen, by the way. So...
Have you seen the group chat? You're doing it again tonight.
So these are best friends that have like strangely lesbo erotic energy throughout the entire movie. This white lady, she has a boyfriend, kind of. They make fun of her a lot for like trying to suck his dick, but like he doesn't actually, I guess, understand that she likes him. I don't know. It's a really weird relationship. This lady in the yellow sweater, she is a bitch. She is a narcissistic, selfish cunt. And I was just rooting for her death the entire time. And everybody else in the movie acts like a stereotypical, like, college student. They're just, like, incredibly unaware of everything around them. They start using, like, a demonic, possessed hand in place of, like, drugs. It was a pretty fun time.
Huh? No. Please. It's my mom's Remembrance Day. I just want to forget about it. Huh?
Do it.
That was a cool way to do their logo.
I'll do it.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
So the two like main people in this friend group, not that the movie centers on, but like in like a tertiary character, are this like butch lesbian who's giving the introduction, and then the black guy that's tying the yellow sweater chick to the chair. The black guy tying her to the chair is the one who like got the hand from somebody else, and then him and the butch lesbian are the ones who like have these like little seance parties where they have people try out the hand in place of doing drugs, right? So instead of like doing ecstasy or cocaine or what the fuck ever is the college kids' choice of drugs, fentanyl in current year, they're doing spooky ghost handshake possessions to get high.
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay. Light the candle to
Yo, that
open
dude
the
a
door.
chick? You guys can't recognize a butch lesbian, chat? What do you mean? Of course that bro a chick.
Blow it out to close it.
This looks kind of cool.
Which
I had a lot of fun with this movie. I really liked this movie. Like, I look for sloppa, and occasionally I find a gem in the sloppa. And this was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
hand on it. Now say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
Can we Discord movie night it? I'd be willing to watch it again. I might pick up on some stuff I missed the first time.
What did the hand feel like?
It felt amazing. I could see and feel everything on the other side. So my mom, she was trying to reach out.
The dog lived. The dog did not die. Spoilers.
I'm here. still been seeing stuff.
You mean saying stuff?
What if we opened the door, but we didn't shut it?
Oh my god, they followed us.
I like it.
They're not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
Kangaroo. They're in Australia.
Like you.
Was that a kangaroo with blood? Yeah, one of the most terrifying things an Australian can see. Fun fact, this is the first theatrical release for guys whose main work was on YouTube. This was a really fun movie, right? Like, I have a couple of nitpicky things where I'm like, oh, you didn't really explain this, or this didn't really wrap up, but like, I feel like it's nitpicky. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I had a lot of fun with it. All right, and I was like, I want to know more. Apparently, they're planning on a sequel to this movie, so that's exciting. If we're gonna movie night it in Discord, I don't want to give like too many spoilers. There's gonna be some spoilers because in my search for wanting more information on this movie, I found something very unfortunate. And I was like, I can't read this until I get on stream because this is fucking holy shit. Unfortunately, I found this review of the movie from somewhere called Mediaversity Reviews in December 6th, 2023. So, you know, it's a couple years old at this point. Hopefully we get the sequel soon, right? Hopefully we get the sequel soon. It got a B. It's refreshing to see a trans mask actor play a pivotal part of Talk to Me without having their gender identity exploited. And I was like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck am I about to read? Talk to Me, directors Danny Filippo, male Australian, and Michael Filippo, male Australian. Writers, screenplay by Danny Filippo, male Australian, Bill Heinzman, male Australian, based on the concept by Daley Pearson, male Australian. Reviewed by Kylie, female American, gay, I guess is what the rainbow means. Major spoilers ahead. If you don't want to be spoilered, if you want to come into this with like fresh, no knowledge of anything when we watch it in Discord, mute the stream now. Mute the stream now. If you don't care about spoilers and you're gonna have a fun time watching the movie anyway, keep it unmuted. All right, but like I had to bring this up because I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. All right, okay, we're gonna get in here. Major spoilers ahead. They gave it a 3.25 out of 5 for the technical. Brimming with gratuitous remakes, the horror genre has been itching for original ideas to keep audiences on their toes. One of A24's newest releases, Talk to Me, takes a stab at adding to this landscape. Premiering at the coveted 2023 Sundance Film Festival, this debut feature by Australian directors and twins, Danny and Michael Filippo, buckles you in for an intense ride. The brothers are not new to the contemporary horror scene, having worked on the modern-day classic Jennifer Kent's The Babadook. Oh, wasn't there an article we read about The Babadook being like a gay icon or some shit? And best believe that their spine-chilling experience can be felt at the core of this film. Talk to Me begins with a simple, to-the-point plot. A ceramic hand that connects the living and the dead has fallen into the laps of high school students looking for a fun Friday night. Quippy dialogue filled with expletives and teen humor, coupled with stellar performances, allow for an effortless settling into the film's inviting story. A swirling montage as each friend tries out the cursed hand for themselves, beautifully in time with the hypnotic Le Monde tune, showcases Talk to Me's creative strengths. But just as the novelty of the hand begins to wear off, the plot derails into one nonsensical, gory jump scare after another. Though incredibly entertaining, the film chooses quick fixes and visually stunning effects over addressing its ever-growing pile of plot holes. Upon the film's frighteningly cyclical ending, it's clear that the Filippo brothers valued a good scare over a fleshed-out script or a deeper meaning behind their frights. But if you're looking for a film that will elicit laughs and shrieks alike, Talk to Me is a must-watch. Now, I agree that there are some plot holes here, but also, much like Memento, where when you watch it for the first time, you don't really understand how the film is being shot, right? And so, like, once you watch Memento for the first time, and you're like, oh, fuck, I understand what they were going for, you watch it for a second time, and you notice a lot of things that you didn't notice the first time. I feel like they smooth transition between hallucinations and what's really happening, but they don't have a tell. So you don't know where the hallucinations are and where reality begins, which I think is both a convoluted way and a fun way to portray some sort of like ghost story possessive horror movie, right? Like, I kind of hate it because I like when I can know when it's real and not, but I like it because it kind of puts you in that mindset of like, I don't know what's fucking real, man. They don't know what's fucking real. I don't know what's fucking real. What is happening, right? So, like, it's a little bit of hate and a little bit of like, that's genius, right? You like the ambiguity? Yeah, like, I kind of like hover between there, gaslighting the movie. Gender is one of their scores, 4.5 out of 5. Does it pass the Bechdel test? Yes. And if you're like me and have no idea what the Bechdel test is, it takes us to this page. The Bechdel test, or Bechdel-Wallace test, sometimes called the Mo movie measure or Bechdel rule, is a simple test which names the following 3 criteria. It has to have at least 2 women in it who talk to each other about something besides a man. The test was popularized by Alison Bechdel's comic, the name of which Google won't let me put on this page for inciting hate. I don't understand the sentence. In a 1985 comic strip called The Rule, for a nice video introduction to the subject, please check out the Bechdel test for women in movies. And if you go to the link here, I guess it's because the website is lesbian slur to watch out for. Okay, that makes sense. This is Kathy writing, not Allison. Despite what the author tag says, Julie from Portland, Oregon kindly emailed us to let us know that lefty blogs like Pandagon have been discussing the Mo movie measure, a film-going concept that originated in an early DTWOF, lesbian slur to watch out for strip, circa 1985. We were excited to hear that someone still remembers this 20-year-old chestnut. But alas, the principle is misnamed. It appears in The Rule, a strip found on page 22 of the original DTWOF collection. Mo doesn't actually appear in DTWOF until 2 years later. Her first strip can be found halfway through more DTWOF. Allison would also like to add that she can't claim credit for the actual rule. She stole it from a friend, Liz Wallace, whose name is on the marquee in the comic strip reprinted below. And here you have the comic strip, which I can show because it is, them reclaiming the slur. With thanks to Liz Wallace, want to see a movie and get some popcorn. And the other lady says, I don't know, I have this rule, see? I only go to a movie if it satisfies 3 basic requirements. 1, it has to have at least 2 women in it, who 2, talk to each other about 3, something besides a man. They walk for a little bit. Pretty strict, but it's a good idea. And the woman responds, no kidding, last movie I was able to see was Alien. The 2 women in it talk to each other about the monster. And then they walk for a little bit more, want to go to my house and make popcorn. Now you're talking. So, apparently this is something that exists, which in current year, I find it really funny that people want to knock, like, anyone right of center, making just a basic list of games with woke terminology or woke themes, when apparently a Bechdel test has been going on since, like, the 1980s. The calendar on that last page had the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on Monday, Tuesday, Monday, and Tuesday. I mean, I don't know what gay time is like. Maybe the gay calendar is different from our calendar. It's not something I put a lot of thought into. A Rambo meets Godzilla was peak. So under here, and now that we know what the Bechdel test is and how they're grading based on gender. Though written and directed by men, Talk to Me explores female relationships. Protagonist Mia is flawed and complicated, entangled in the grief of her mother's untimely passing. She shares her struggles with best friend Jade, and their argumentative yet loving relationship rings true of sisterly bonds. Sure, the story is pushed into action by the introduction of the haunted hand, but the heart of Talk to Me lies in Mia's own personal horror of losing her mother. Though I would have loved to see the relationship between Mia and her mother used as a more than plot device, I appreciated its existence at all, with mother-daughter storylines seldom seen in this genre. What? I feel like mother-daughter storylines are incredibly fucking common in horror. What do they mean by this? What do they mean by this? I don't understand. The rule would mean a woman lead a post-apocalypse survival film wouldn't be feminist enough. True. Similarly, Mia's character begged for a bit more substance, but the majority female cast pushes this film toward gender equity. 4.5 out of 5. They have a ranking for race here, which they gave a 4 out of 5. With so many horror films revolving around white women and men, it's wonderful to see a woman of color at the crux of this story. Wilde, who's biracial, Ivorian, and Australian, gives a compelling and nuanced performance as Mia. In addition, one of Mia's friends, Joss, is played by Samoan-Australian actor Chris Alosio, who has the pivotal role of introducing the Hand to the group's lives. But the film has no interest in making race-based commentary, rendering this diversity welcome, but skin deep. As someone who enjoyed this movie, I didn't think about how many black people or how many white people or how many whatever people were in the movie. I just watched it and consumed their characters for what they were presented to me as. I enjoyed the movie not for the race of the people in it, but because the characters were written in a way that was enjoyable to watch. I could not imagine watching a movie and like pausing and then looking up someone's racial identity before I can give myself the ability to like or dislike the character. Like, oh, they're not black enough, therefore I can't like this character as much as I think I can. Like, this is just a crazy way to watch a movie to me. And then like the last line saying the film has no interest in making race-based commentary, that is a plus, that is a good thing. I want to have movies with minority characters who are just regular, real fucking people and not there to be used as a bludgeon talking about race commentary. That's crazy that you would think it would be a better idea to have a minority character and them talking about race commentary at the same time. People don't want to be lectured when they consume entertainment. Just make something fun and exciting and interesting to watch. Imagine being so progressive you loop back around to Dixiecrats. I know! What the fuck? Why did this Australian film not talk about American race politics? I don't even think it's American race politics, right? Because you have race politics in Australia as well. Watched a movie for fun? What are you, some kind of Nazi? I also would have loved to see representation behind the camera, as all directors, writers, and producers are white. Who fucking cares? If it's a good movie and you're giving them bonus points for having diversity in the movie, does it fucking matter if they're white? What's wrong with you? If they didn't have this idea, the movie wouldn't have gotten made. Do you think a bunch of white people in a room are going to come up with an idea and be like, oh, well, we had this idea and we can make money off of it, but we need more racial points, so we're going to give it to black people to make the movie and they can make all the money off it. Like, what the fuck? What is this? I'm taking crazy pills. So even though its colorblind storytelling plays it safe, Talk to Me's diverse cast is still an achievement. People who think like this must be so incredibly miserable. It's like they look at people on the right who are sick of this and they're just like, oh, you're so hateful and you can't let people like live by themselves and like be alone and you have to ruin everything. It's like, no, we're sick of you. We're sick of you and your propaganda. Just let people fucking exist. I want to see well-written, like, black characters and Samoan characters and white characters and who fucking ever fits in a movie. I just want them well-written instead of just like, actually, let me bring up why me being black in this horror movie is important. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking care. They get high off of the virtue signaling. They want to make everyone else as miserable of themselves. It's like, that's what it feels like, man. They got bonus points for LGBTQ. They got plus 0.50 points. One of my favorite characters in the film, tough guy Haley, is played by openly transgender and non-binary actor Zoe Terakes. The mere inclusion of Terakes in the film led to its banning in Kuwait. That's funny. After its international release, further highlighting the importance of their contribution to the project. To see a trans-masked actor placed in a pivotal part of the film without their gender identity exploited or Chat. Am I about to get canceled? I literally said this is obviously a butch lesbian. And apparently they're transgender. Trans mask. Apparently this is a transgender man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh no. I noticed too hard. Oh god. Kyle Phantom, thank you for the 10. This shit is why you only watch anime and read manga. I was reading this and like slowly through the paragraph I realized which character they were talking about and I was like, oh. Oh, I correctly pegged this person as a woman and I didn't know. Oh god, oh fuck. Hey, Kirsche, that's the same picture. Man, I miss Kirsche. I can't believe she died. Not beating the she's transphobic allegations. How was I supposed to fucking know? How was I supposed to know, chat? Damn, it's almost like we can tell at a baseline. Fucking, I was just enjoying the movie. I wasn't thinking about their fucking identities, man. I was just like, oh yeah, you know, the black guy and the butch lesbian, obviously part of the friend group. As saying time to cancel her. Fuck, man. I was like, I can't imagine, like, grading a movie based on, like, gender and race and LGBTQ. Like, I just wanted to enjoy the movie, man. Like, it's a good movie. I had a fun time with it. And they don't have any, like, strange fucking messaging in it. To be fair, the Spicy Fox is just following the new American policy on these kinds of things. Fucking Christ, man. You can tell people to unmute. Spoilers are over. No more spoilers.